Okay, time for the daily wrap. It's day 15 and it was Faf Mania here at the TU. A completely packed house for the Biratnagar Kings' debut appearance of Faf du Plessis, the legend that he is. But he wasn't on the winning side. I tell you who was, the Lumbini Lions and one of their star performers, Darcy Short. Have a walk together?
Let's go.
Yeah, mate, great to have you here in Nepal. Firstly, before we chat about tonight, how much are you enjoying it here? It feels like you're really loving every second in Nepal.
Yeah, it's good. I didn't know what to expect coming here. Obviously, the second season and not being here the first season, but I think it's run pretty well for a second season, and I think it's only going to get better.
How much did you know about Nepal before you actually kind of, I suppose, signed the deal and agreed to come to Kathmandu?
Not a lot, to be honest. Only that Mount Everest was here, and that's about it.
It's the one thing.
Yeah. That's all I kind of knew about it. So,
what have the fans been like, and the cricket itself? A lot of skillful players.
Yeah, definitely. Fans have been excited the whole time, as you heard today with Faf playing. They're a very energetic bunch, which is good. It's good to play in front of, even though they're supporting other teams, but it's nice to play in front of. So, no, it's good. And then, yeah, obviously the talent that they've got is also next level as well. And it's good they get the exposure as well. So hopefully they might get to other franchises as well from here.
He was one of the stars of the show tonight. He actually missed out in a real split decision on the player of the match. But I'd say you were delighted for Sher Malla because he had a big impact alongside Abhishek Gautam in the first innings.
Yeah, those two obviously got the two early wickets and pretty big wickets, I think. So that's always nice. I don't think we've started that well with the ball in terms of taking wickets. I think we've bowled well, but I don't think we've taken enough wickets like we did today. And that helps you obviously keep them to under 150, which is nice.
What about your own batting? I know how devastating you are at the top, but you probably haven't quite had the rewards you would have liked. I think top score 22 so far. Was it relief or just real happiness to put in a big performance this evening?
I think I'm hitting the ball okay, so that's all I can really go on, to be honest. Obviously, first couple of games, my strike rate was up there. I was probably just getting a little bit too excited and trying to keep going because I know how hard it is in the middle. But tonight, I tried to obviously do the same thing, but it was nice facing someone like Martin who gets the ball to bounce a bit. After those first two balls, I didn't think it was a good idea, but no, it's good to finally contribute with the bat. That's what I'm here to do, and obviously haven't done a lot with the ball, but yeah, it's nice to contribute with the bat, and hopefully I can do it next game as well.
Let me just ask you, kind of in jest, about your dismissal at the end. Net run rate a factor? Was that in the thinking? Because obviously, like Lamachani looked like the threat, didn't he? And you've hauled out to deep mid wicket.
Yeah, I spoke to Dickwella about it, and he was like, "No, let's just bat." And I try to keep it the same. Obviously, if he bowls me a bad ball, I want to hit it for six, and it wasn't a great ball, but I got not a lot of it off the toe and almost went for six. So no, that's part and parcel of the game. If it goes for six, it's a different story. But yeah, the boys finished it off nicely. It's
the most pleasing thing, the fact that Rohit Powell, who's kind of carried the can and the weight of the run scoring for the team, he actually got a duck tonight. Sort of everyone else contributed, everyone else stepped up. I thought Jura played nicely. Dickwella looks to have added a lot to the team too. Yeah, I think it's nice. Obviously having Dickwella in there helps me a lot in terms of having someone else come in there, and I know it's not just me having to go. With the younger boys, obviously the local boys don't have that power to try and hit every ball for six. They're more of hitting the ball along the ground and trying to pick gaps that way, but it's just nice to add someone like that with his experience behind the stumps as well and helping out in the field. It's quite nice. Obviously losing Gulbadin is tough as well, but yeah, him stepping in is nice for us to obviously have a bit more experience. Final question before I let you go. I think the team are about to wrap it up there. Have you looked closely at the points table? I think you're almost certainly going to need to win your last game, but you're up for that challenge to get into the playoffs?
Yeah, I think we knew that we have to win their last two, and I think have results go our way to actually make it, but all we can do is control what we do and win the next game and go from there.
If you keep going the way you're going tonight, I think you'll be right. Good to see you, mate. Thanks so much.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, that's one of the stars, Darcy Short of the show tonight. He's got to get off and get his team bus, I've no doubt about that. But just to wrap up the rest of the evening, yeah, certainly there was an interesting game of cricket, wasn't it? Because I do feel it was a big toss to win. Just come and look at this with me. Have a look at the dew factor here. It is now getting to the point, because it's getting so cold in the evenings and there's such a difference in temperature, it feels in the floodlit matches you are desperate to win that toss and bowl first. And the way in which those spinners bowled, particularly young Abhishek Gautam, I thought he was outstanding alongside Sher Malla, who's starting to force his way into that T20 World Cup picture with the way in which he's bowling with his mystery spin. I felt as though 140 was never quite going to be enough. I know we had a bit of a discussion up in the commentary box. A few of us felt as though maybe it will be with the way in which he was ragging, but because Sandeep Lamachani didn't want to bowl the left-arm spinners to those left-handed batters. You can understand why that was the case, with the matchup would have been in favour of the likes of Dickwella and all the other left-handers who were going at the time, Darcy Short et al. And then we saw Dilip Nath come to the crease. He played nicely as well with a little cameo too. It just meant that the Kings didn't quite have the bowling options that they needed. I've never seen George Munsey actually bowl before in a match, and when we looked at his statistics, it's the first time in his professional career he's actually had a bowl. So for the Kings, back to the drawing board. They still have time to secure their playoff spot, but they're going to have to play really well to finish in the top two now. It'll be the Gorkhas and indeed the Sudaprashim Royals who will be likely thinking about those top two spots, but I do expect the Kings to be in the final four. And with Martin Guptill to return, Faf du Plessis, who I've no doubt will get used to the conditions, they'll still be a big force to be reckoned with in the final four. But the Lions, what a great story they have been, and after a season last year where they won just one game and bottom of the table, if they win their last match, I think they'll be into the final four. We've got a double header tomorrow and it should be a really good game. Loving having Carlos Brathwaite here, and I've heard a little rumour, I think Akash Chopra has landed, so we've got all sorts of fun and games tomorrow. We'll be live and on air from about 11:30 a.m. Come and join us live on Star Sports, on Kantapur Max, or on that Dish Home Go app. We're loving every second of this Nepal Premier League. It's been sensational. We'll see you very soon.